Hello, everyone. Jyotsna here. I am now officially live. I'm just going to open the chat box here in case some of you are joining me. Wonderful. So I'm just going to give it a minute to just check this. Okay. I think it's good to get started. So hello and welcome again. My name is Jyotsna and welcome to my 15-minute bite-size mind shift series. Now, I keep these sessions really short because we are already pressed for time. We're really busy people, and 15 minutes is really easy to carve out of our day. The other reason why I keep these short is bite-sized information often sticks better in our minds. And I want you to take something quite valuable away from today that you'll actually be able to apply straight away. Even during the session, you'll see. And when we give our mind bite-sized information, it's a lot less overwhelming, so we're likely to do it. And also, I just want to take away from your list one thing today rather than add to it. So it's not going to be another thing that you learn that you have to do, but rather we're going to look at what you could actually take away and do something while we're live in these 15 minutes. Yes, it's possible. So let's kind of go straight into it. So today I'm talking about how to stop procrastinating and start taking action. Very briefly about me, I am a success mindset and a high performance coach. I'm also a rapid transformational therapist and a certified hypnotherapist. And I'm really passionate about helping ambitious entrepreneurs and leaders and business owners to ditch self-doubt, overwhelm, break through those mental blocks that are keeping them stuck in their business so that they can actually grow their business and lead with confidence and clarity. So there's various reasons why we procrastinate, and I'm going to go into those later, but I wanted to start with a bit of a personal story and also a question for you. So let me ask you this question. Have you ever found yourself being stuck, avoiding something that is really crucial or really important for your business or your career? And if you've been victim of that, or if you've done that, then you're not alone. It happens to the best of us. So let me tell you about my interesting story. So I was in a corporate career for 17 years, working in ad agencies as a project director in project management. And as you can tell, I was an action taker. I would drive teams to do things, deliver projects. I delivered multi-stream projects at a national level, managing big budgets. And so procrastination, what's that? Like, procrastination wasn't something that existed in my dictionary, or so I thought. But when I became a coach and I launched my coaching business, I started to notice that I was really spending time trying to perfect things. I was actually even delaying having my website live or an offer live or something like that because I just wanted to get it right. And I realized I was procrastinating. So there you go. It happens to the best of us. And now I want to go a bit deep into why this happens. So let me ask you some questions. Before that, actually, I just remembered, because I'm off script, which is good for my memory, but I do have notes, and you may see me peeking, but I'm trying hard not to look at those notes. So I was talking about those scenarios where we might have seen ourselves procrastinating, okay? But before that, I want you to know that you're not alone. And if you're procrastinating, you're not the problem. It's not you. Procrastination is very normal. So I really want to normalize procrastination. It happens for a reason. And our job is simply to understand why procrastination happens and how we can manage it. But there's nothing wrong with you. You haven't done anything wrong. I know that many of us suffer with guilt, and this guilt can be all consuming. But I want you to know that let's just normalize procrastination. Procrastination is normal, and there's nothing wrong with you. So let me go through these scenarios now. Have you, maybe if you're a business owner, you have a pricing update, you're increasing your prices, and you need to email your customers or send a mailer out, whatever, or put it on your website. But yet, instead of doing that, you find yourself doing busy work, like doing other things, and except doing this pricing update and informing your customers or your clients. Or maybe you're a senior leader who needs to have a difficult conversation at work with a colleague, or perhaps a conversation about your own salary or your performance or whatever, right? And you know that you need to do it, and yet you again busy yourself with busy day-to-day work. Maybe you have been thinking about posting on LinkedIn, maybe becoming more visible on LinkedIn, maybe creating videos, making really lovely content. You see so many fabulous people making great personal brand content, and maybe you've been thinking about it, but you just get busy with just browsing profiles, commenting, and just avoiding, right? So if you've had any of these or similar behaviors, then you know this what I'm going to talk about is absolutely relevant to you. So why does it happen? So before we can tackle it, like why does it happen? So I've spoken to many people and clients, and many people think that procrastination is laziness. No, it's not laziness. Procrastination is absolutely not laziness, because you will see that many high achievers, and I'm sure you are one as well, procrastinate. It's not someone who just doesn't do things. It's many high performers, many high achievers in leadership, women, men alike. They procrastinate, and it happens to the best of us. So it's not that you are lazy, right? It's definitely not that. What it is, though, is it's discomfort. Now, when we find a task or an activity that is uncomfortable or gives us discomfort, we subconsciously, automatically avoid it. Why this happens is because our mind, or let's say our brain, is wired a certain way. So I'm going to give you this really golden rule of the mind, and it's based in science and psychology, that our mind's job is just one job. It is our survival. Our brain is wired in a way that it makes decisions based on two criteria. It moves us away from pain, and it moves us towards pleasure, which is why when we find an activity pleasurable, like eating a cake, we indulge in it more. And when we think about exercise, we associate pain with it, so we kind of avoid it. And your brain is always making decisions about everything and anything based on these two criteria. So when we procrastinate, essentially, we associate pain with that particular task, and that's why we are procrastinating. So there is a level of discomfort. So procrastination isn't laziness, it's simply discomfort. And so what is that one mindset shift that we can do to change this? So I have two actually within one. So the first thing has to be awareness. It is awareness of what is it about this task that is causing discomfort. Is it discomfort? It absolutely is discomfort. It doesn't matter whether it's fear or it's overwhelmed. There's many reasons, and I'll go a bit more deeper into those in my webinar, which is upcoming. I'll talk about that in a minute. But become a bit more aware of what is that discomfort for you. So for me, in all honesty, is Facebook ads. Now, I've been thinking about doing paid media for a while, and I just don't know where to start. And I've got to a point where I made a decision that I think I've just got to do it now. And so I'm going to use this example, right? And so there's discomfort associated with this task for me, for running Facebook ads, because I don't know what to do. I don't want to get it wrong. I don't want to waste my budget, blah, 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 all of that. Don't know where to start, right? So because I'm associated in discomfort, that's why I recognize in me that I'm procrastinating. And every morning I'll think, maybe today I'll look at Facebook ads, but, might start to do something else. So how do I train my mind to actually start working on it, right? So think about a task that you're procrastinating right now or this week. So I want you to now take a moment to just write it down if you have a pen and a paper next to you, or just drop it into the chat if you're watching this live with me. Or just make a note, a mental note, just observe yourself. Like, what is that discomfort? So awareness is one. The second mindset shift, or the sub shift, is how can we make this easy? So discomfort is based on many reasons. Now, I'll go a bit more into detail in my webinar. So I just wanted to mention that I'm doing a webinar on 21st of May, Wednesday, from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. UK time, where I'm going to go much deeper into what are those discomfort levels and what are those reasons, what are those factors that actually make us procrastinate, what is our thought pattern, what is our behaviors, why we do what we do. So I'm going to go really deep into it. So if you're interested in that, comment attend in my comments and I'll send you a link to the actual masterclass, which is on Eventbrite. But I will also drop the link later on in the chat anyway, and I will be making some posts about it later on in the week, so you'll see that. So if you're interested in knowing more about that, I highly, highly recommend that you come to my masterclass. So we've got 5 minutes. Oh, thank you, Beth. Thank you for sharing that. So you're doing an email newsletter. So let's actually, let's use that as an example. So you now have an awareness that you're not doing an email newsletter. So what is that discomfort? You just said it scares the shit out of you, excuse my French. So you are scared. Scared is fear. So that discomfort is fear to you. So the next mindset shift that I want to say is micro steps. We take small action towards our goal. So using this example of an email newsletter, it's scary. First of all, it's scary because you don't know where to start, you don't know what platform to use, you don't know how to write email. What is that for you? So again, go deeper into that awareness, and I would highly recommend you come to the masterclass, because it's going to be interactive workshop where you actually will get to go much deeper into that. But I want you to take something away from this today. So how can we break this into micro step? Now, why micro steps work is because when we break a task down into really small, tiny micro units, our mind thinks, oh, that's doable. That's really easy. I can do that. So Beth, I invite you to think about one micro task that you can do, how you can break down that process for you to take a small step, a micro step. Micro step will work because it will eliminate that fear, that overwhelm, because you only have to do a little thing. So I'll give you an example. So for me, for Facebook ads, I'm just going to go today on Google and I'm just going to type how to run paid Facebook ads and then see what comes up. Perhaps it's a YouTube video that I might watch. Perhaps it's a blurb that I will read, but that's my micro step. And you can either stop here or you can carry on, but you will see how it goes for you. Usually when we start something, we end up getting engrossed and we actually end up doing it. And that's how we beat procrastination. But you don't have to do the whole thing. Just understand and find out today, what is that micro task? So let's just, do this. So please drop it in the comment, Beth, if you already have an idea of what that micro, it has to be small. It cannot be big. Is it, I just need to see what would be the right platform. Today, I'm just going to Google all the platforms that help with email management. Is it MailChimp, SurveyMonkey, MailerLite? Like there's quite a few of them. Just familiarize yourself with the names of the platforms. If it's copywriting, then think about Googling something, perhaps, how to write for emails or how to manage emails. So you don't have to do anything more than that. Just do that micro step. And that will help you create momentum. Instead of being frozen and doing nothing about it, you're going to start doing something about it. And the next step is to take it even further, is do these micro steps every day. So build your awareness, first of all, then identify the micro steps, right? Awareness, what is that discomfort? What is that micro step you can do? And then the next day, do another micro step to keep momentum. This will reduce that overwhelm for your mind. So I would love for you to do it, and I would love for you to share on the chat if you can, and try this, and let me know how this what happens. I would love to get some comments even later on to this post to see what happened when you do it. I would love to know where you're stuck and what you did, and what you discovered was your discomfort and what micro step you took. So, if you've enjoyed and loved listening to me so far, loved learning about why we're stuck and how we can change it, and if you've actually managed to find that micro step for you today, I highly recommend that you come to my masterclass on Wednesday, 21st of May, from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., because I'm going to go much more deeper into the reasons why we procrastinate. How can we work with our mind? How can we manage it? And instead of kind of being in this mental loop of guilt and inaction, actually start gaining momentum. It's going to be workshop style. It's not going to be me talking at you, but just as you've done this little activity with me, you're going to be doing more activities with me there. So bring your stuff, right? If there's something that you're stuck with, bring it along and we'll crack that tough nut together. So if you've loved this and if you've resonated with this, I would love to see you at this masterclass. And we are pretty much at time. I'm quite pleased that I have not needed to look at my notes and I've remembered everything. And so yeah, drop in the comments, and I definitely would love to see you at the masterclass. Let me know how you got on. Thank you, Abu. That's great. I know this is the number one topic that I help my clients with, because many business owners, many high achievers who already have lots of things to do, they really struggle with it. And Abu, I want to leave you with one thought today. You know, when we look at our list, we're always looking at, what do I need to do? I want you to look at your list and say, what can I take out of my list? Like, what is that non-essential thing, right? That isn't that important, and just try to focus on the most important things you can do. With that, on that note, I'm going to drop off. It's been fantastic. I love doing these a 15-minute series, and I hope that you loved it as well. So take care, and I will see you at the masterclass.